Hey guys, it's Kent Davis. I'm the Managing Director of Panama Equity Real Estate, and today I'm going to tell you about the best places to visit in Panama. So I've been living and working in Panama since 2007, and proud to say I've been to pretty much all of these places. So Panama City is obviously where you're most likely to land. Let's say you only have a couple days, right? Let's say you only have 3 days. I would suggest one of those days to get outside the city. Because at the end of the day, you can kind of do what you need to do in Panama City in a couple of days. Here's where you're going to want to check out. You can't come to Panama without visiting the canal. It's totally worth it. Go visit, go watch the IMAX, leave a couple hours in your day. Do it in the middle of the day because that's when it's the most hot. In the morning, you can take a stroll in Casco Viejo, or you can save that for the early evening. Again, try not to do that in the middle of the day. Early morning, you can also go for a stroll along the Cinta Costera. That means from about 6 in the morning till about 8:30 in the morning. After that, gets a little hot. If you want to stay outdoors for your early morning activity, you can go to Parque Omar. You get a very nice canopy there. Do a 3.5 kilometer walk around the park, former golf course. So really pretty, big trees, lots of birds. If you're into zoos and parks, visit Summit. Summit's doable in the middle of the day. So that's actually a nice option to keep in your back pocket to fill that time between say 10 and 4. Of course, you can go to a shopping mall. We've got some great shopping malls, Allbrook, Multiplaza. I know. Shopping malls, not so cultural. Of course they're cultural, right? You get to see the people, you get to try the food, you get to enjoy a little Panamanian air conditioning. We've also got some great museums here. The Bio Museum is good. The Museum of Modern Art is good. You can both knock those out in about an hour. So there's a full day and maybe even 2 days if you want to start your day slow. Panama has great places to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Make sure to check out El Cangrejo. There's some cool restaurants on Via Argentina. Casco Viejo is a must. Casco Viejo is actually, that's our old town, our historic district. That's number 2 places to visit in all of Panama, second to the canal. Let's say you got a couple more days, but you can only do day trips from Panama City. No problem. Get up to El Valle. That's about an hour and a half drive in the mountains. Really pretty. You can hop on a ferry and go out to the Pearl Islands or just Toboga. Toboga is an out and back, half an hour there, half an hour back. Pearl Islands, you're going to want to plan ahead of time. That's a 2-hour ferry ride. You can definitely do that in a day. Just beautiful out in the Pearls. White sand, crystal clear water, really cool. Cool to see, not so much cool temperature-wise, but hey, you're going to the beach. Bring sunscreen, bring a picnic, or just bring money for a golf cart rental and a awesome seafood lunch. If you want to get a bit more adventurous, you can go out to the San Blas Islands. That's about a 2.5-hour drive. You're going to want to either get a guide or rent a 4x4 vehicle. Bring your passport if you're going. So there's some good day trips. You can also go up to the mountains of Chica or Cerro, or Campana, which are all an hour and a half or less drive from Panama City. Easy to get to, really just like straight and then turn right. Literally, like Panama is not hard to navigate because signage is decent, not amazing, but good enough, and people are really cool. They're happy to give instructions and directions. Usually the directions are recto, which is just head straight, you're almost there, or you missed it. But there's not a whole lot of ways to get lost in Panama. So let's say you got a week. Let's say you want to do a road trip. So Panama City, first day, last day. If you're going to do a road trip, spend the night in El Valle. That will give you a base point to go hiking, go to some of the natural springs, get some food, go to the local markets, And then you can go down to the beach as well. So if you do 2 days in El Valle, that'll give you a day to go down to the beach as well. Come back up the mountains at night. Really pretty. If you're going to do the beach, you can do San Carlos, Santa Catalina. Oh, I should say not Santa Catalina. That's a bit further down the road. Santa Clara. We love Santa Clara. That's a great beach to go to. You can rent a bohio for 20 bucks. Or you can just go to a restaurant, perch up in a hammock, and right on the beach, get served, get your beer, mojitos, whatever. Really nice setup in Santa Clara. Coronado's a bit more chill. If you're a surfer, you want to go to Teta or Rio Mar. So there's beach, there's mountains, there's Panama City life. And then if you got a week, go to Boquete, go to Bocas del Toro. Magical spots. Pedasí, totally worth visiting. Playa Venal, also really nice. More chill vibe there. If you want to party, go to Bocas. Bocas is the spot for nightlife. Bocas warrants a separate video. But yeah, what about the jungle? You've got Gamboa, you've got Darien. If you want to get really thick in the jungle, you can drive for 4 hours east until the road stops in Divisa and then hop on a boat and get really deep. You can go to a local Indian community, Emberá community. You can stay at a town in the Darien. Amazing fishing, freshwater and saltwater fishing. So there is really a lot to do. And I haven't even talked about the Chiriquí province yet. Chiriquí is our largest province, closest to Costa Rica on the western side of the country. Nice, cool climate once you get up into Cerro Punta, Boquete, really nice mountain communities, 45 minutes off the beaten path. It's not even a beaten path anymore, it's highway, easy drive. If you want to keep driving, that's when you're going to get to the Costa Rica border, or you can hang a left and go south to Puerto Armuelles. Really interesting topography. They're actually kind of flat right along the water, but cool history there. A lot of old Panamanian construction from back in the canal era. So guys, that should give you a little flavor for things to check out in Panama City and outside of Panama City. There's a lot going on in Panama. If you're here for more than, say, 2 weeks, you can also scoot over to Colombia for a weekend. Easy flight, round trip, $150. Nice, mix it up. If you're in Latin America, that's the other nice thing about Panama is it's kind of close to everything, right? You can pop over to Costa Rica. If you're an expat, well, golly, I mean, Panama is your oyster. There are so many other little hidden spots to check out. Oku, Santa Fe, Santa Catalina. And then if you want to get super adventurous, you can go to El Escudo de Veraguas, which is like incredible. I still haven't even been there yet, but I've seen pictures and oh my God, that's on the Caribbean side. You can get there by either driving from Santiago, you drive up to Santa Fe, which is like an hour, and then you got to cross the Continental Divide and go all the way down, cross a river, and you get to El Escudo. So you can't do it during the rainy, well, it's hard to do during the rainy season. And then once you get to the little towns down there, you want to rent a boat. And there's not a whole lot of accommodations. You're going to want to camp or just stay the night in Santa Fe, which is a beautiful little mountain town. It's actually where I asked my wife to marry me. And she said yes. 10 years later, 2 kids, voila. So yeah, guys, hopefully some of that is helpful. Hopefully it's all helpful. If you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe to our videos. Thanks. Ciao.